Hello, friends. How have you been? So, this is me trying to do a recap of how the week went, the errors, the lesson from it, what wasn't seen, and what should have happened. If you watched the previous video that I made on my analysis for the week, I was looking for a bearish scenario. I was looking to show more than I buy, but I always tell you that when you buy or sell in the market, do it at the key levels. If you know your price action, it will help even when your bias is wrong to make corrections immediately as you watch the market. For the week, if you watch closely, you can see that there is a gap here. This is a gap that the market responded as at last week, which was this bearish candle. We can see the market drop into it and close above it. That should have given me a clue that the market is going to run up to rebalance itself on the upside of the market. So as the previous week closed and respected that gap, as you can see, that's the gap. You can see it there. So we drop on the daily time frame. So that was it last week. The market dropped into that zone. From here, I should be expecting a bullish scenario from this key zone on a lower time frame because the weekly is higher than the daily time frame. So if I drop on one hedge for that week, which I'll always map out some daily because when I'm using my phone, I'll be able to see this. We dropped, that's the zone, market dropped into that zone. So if we're expecting a bullish scenario, where would our trade be based on? So because we're expecting bullish scenario, so for the week that just passed, the market opened on Sunday and we had days, a lot of days. So the market came back to that area, which is this. If you can see it, sorry. This is the market coming back to the area with this on a daily, on a day, one day, one hedge time frame. This should have been an opportunity to start looking for a buy using whichever pattern that you are working with. For me, I would have been looking for a buy here if I mix the buy on Monday, because most times we don't trade Mondays, we just want to see what the market will do on Mondays. So the main order area to look out for buy should have been on Tuesday, which is a clear show here using this candle, and that should have been the right time. That's on New York section trading, as you can see, by 7, between 7, because the markets consolidated in this area, finally break out of the swing highs, and then we start break out. This is it, and we are starting to look at our area of buying, which should have been here. If you have missed the Monday trading, which is supposed to be here, the other buying, if we drop on a 15-minute time frame and lower time frame, would have gotten a clearer view of where to buy this market. So let's take a look at the 15-minute time frame. This is the Monday. We had market drop into this area, and then the market broke out of this area on that Monday. On Tuesday, I should have been buying in this area. Yeah, this would have been my area of buying because markets broke out of the swing high, created a fair value gap, and dropped back into it at the time. This is London section. So if you mix it, the next time would have been here, but this would have been a good buy. That was where the buy should have been based, and then we plan to scale out of this area. Did the market get to that area? So apparently market got to this area and then reverse. But this should have been our buy on British pound USD. So if we drop down to the British pound JPY, which is also the same scenario, this was the British pound JPY was clearer. So we see that the market opened on Sunday here. This area also is a gap in the weekly or daily. I have to check. It should be, yeah, not really. That wasn't it. This gap was on the daily time frame, if I'm right. Yeah, it's a fair value gap on the daily time frame, which you can see. This candle didn't meet the week on this candle, didn't meet together. So that was it. That's at last week. We didn't have any gap on the weekly, but we had one on the daily. So the market came back on Friday, respected this gap. That should have given me a clue, but I didn't see all this gap. Then Then if we drop to the lower time frame, which maybe one hedge 15-minute time frame, we can see that was it on Friday. The market dropped into those gap, respected the gap. So we started to look for a buy for the coming week. So where am I looking at to do a buy? As a Monday, maybe not trading Monday, the market did all this on Monday and came back, took out the lows on the Sunday. That would have been my entry on Tuesday. This would have been my entry on Tuesday. That's but I took a trade on Euro USD and then plan to scale out on this, which is a weekly key level to scale out from this trade. That would have been a perfect one. You missed the one on Tuesday, it should have been another entry on Wednesday. So if you drop even to the 15-minute time frame, it's much clearer for this trade. So we drop on the 15-minute time frame. This was it on 15-minute time frame. Monday, we didn't take the trade, so the market came back on Tuesday, took out the lows on Monday, and then rallied up and came back. So we have based our trade here, this particular one, 9:45. Check very well. You will see there is a fair value gap. This is not cherry picking, it's the time of the day we want to trade. So the market dropped into that zone, came back, took out a swing low, and created this fair value gap on the 15-minute time frame. So you missed the Monday trade. This would have been it on 9:45. Should have been our trade for the day. And then we scale out here. So that was what happened. This is a review for this particular week that just passed. I'll be dropping my view for the coming week, and we know that the new month is a new month altogether coming in, so we are going to be looking more on the monthly. That's just it. I hope you had a beautiful day. Even though I had a trade on I took a trade on Euro USD and then on US Tech, which I also posted. That was where I got trade for the week, not British Pound USD, not British Pound JPY, but Euro USD and US Tech. All right, have a lovely weekend and enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you soon. Bye.